Welcome, everybody. It's your boy, the Versace Stoner, with another episode of VSW. Thank you. Tonight, on the VSW, we're previewing this is a great episode I'm previewing. I just want to say right off the bat, I think it's an excellent card. But we're previewing Limitless The Road, Episode 7. Wednesday night, 7 p.m., IWTV. Gonna be good. Okay. Starting right off, I don't know, their match order, what's going to happen, but let's just talk first up, okay? The Everett Open Challenge continues. We saw her defeat little mean Kathleen last week as she was the first one to step up to the challenge. Love Doug, still on strike. I seen him posting on social. He will not challenge Everett. He's on strike. Davion, not allowed to. So, who is going to step up this week on Limitless Wrestling's The Road and face Everett? It'll be very interesting to see. Whoever it is, I'm sure they're going to give us a great match. Everett always puts on a great match as she continues to dominate with their open challenges. After that victory over Davion at Double Vision. So, this is going to be a very exciting thing to look out for. I don't know where in this card this will be. But wherever it is, I'm sure it will be a blockbuster of a match. Speaking of blockbusters of a match, we got a pretty big one, folks. Okay? The Windy City meeting the Prize City. That's right. TJ Crawford versus Alec Price. Two top talent right now. Everywhere they go, killing it kind of guys. This is going to be a tremendous high-flying, action-packed match. Both of these competitors are doing very great. If you follow them, at Limitless, if you follow them elsewhere, you can see how much they've grown. You can see how far they have come. And it's wonderful to see. Now you're putting them together, in the ring. And we're going to be in for something special. I wouldn't be surprised if this steals the match of the night, although it's going to be hard. There is a bunch of good ones on this card. But this one I'm especially looking forward to. Both these guys, I'm a huge fan of both TJ Crawford and Alec Price. I saw TJ Crawford my first time at Please Come Back and Beyond show. And, I was impressed. He fought, Chris Statlander. They put on a great match, Really got the crowd going. It was a great time, and since then I've been following him around, kind of watching, wherever promotion he's in. Great superstar, very talented, getting better and better every time he goes. Alec Price, he's the OG. He's the Prize City OG. What more can you say? His promos are great. I've been following him for a while too. Throughout Limitless and other promotions that I've seen him wrestle on IWTV and other places. So, I'm really excited for this one. I can stand behind either of these guys and say, I enjoy watching them. I don't know who's going to take the victory. I can't, predict this one. But, it's definitely a match to look for. It's going to be probably the sleeping match of the night, like I said. Definitely look forward to these two guys getting it on. Another great matchup coming on is going to be Zachary, Pierre, Boule versus one half of the Sea Stars, Downey XO. And I think, this is going to be another great matchup. Downey XO can, wrestle with the best of them. She's, one of the top female athletes in the country. I just saw her wrestle recently as well, in a tag match. She'll be facing Becker and the mystery opponent. The Sea Stars will be facing them both at, Suffer No Fools. Here at the VSW podcast, we're actually sponsoring that match. But very excited for this matchup to see how, singles competition-wise. Not much to say about Zachary, Pierre, Boule. He's a good wrestler. What can I say? If you like that kind of wrestler, that needs a good bottle of wine to get into the ring. I don't know if it's, stage fright, ring fear, whatever you want to call it. The guy definitely needs to sip the bottle to get in there. You might feel bad for him about that. I don't know. I think that he's going to, try to go blow to blow with Delmy, and I think that's going to be a problem for him. I think Delmy's going to just beat the hell out of him. And that's going to be the end of it. That would be my prediction. But who knows? That's just me. Everybody has a prediction. Everybody has their own ideas. That's what makes wrestling great. We can all believe what's going to happen. We can all, predict. We can all put who our favorites are. We can talk about who we like, who we don't like. We can do all this. And every fan has that ability. And we don't have to all like the same people. We don't have to all believe in the same, outcome. We don't have to. We don't have to always agree. And we can do this in a very respectful way. That's what, I try to promote here, the VSW. There is differences in wrestling. There's differences in the world. And, as we can see across the nation, living with those differences and doing it in a respectful way can go very, very far. And that's what we have to do in the wrestling community as well. We can come together. But anyways, in this match, like I said, going with that bold prediction of Delmy XO basically kicking his ass. So you might want to bring an extra bottle of wine for that. Now, let's move on to what I think is going to be the main event of the night. It's a match everybody's been waiting for since that triple threat at Double Vision. We saw them fight a little bit, and you know who I'm talking about. MSP, Maine's favorite boys, against a very up-and-coming and a very dominant tag team, The Competition, with Champ and Connor. These guys are tremendous tag team. But first, let's talk a little bit about MSP. They're veterans in this game. Okay, but we saw The Competition, slap them around in the parking lot, really beat them down on the last episode, and just left them there. This obviously has been more of an escalation since, their match at Double Vision. And now they're going to face off tomorrow night. And this is going to be, if you like tag team wrestling, this is going to be the match for you of the night. Like I said, MSP, tremendous tag team. They're very coordinated, they're very good together. They obviously know each other inside out. They're what tag teams should be. If I think back in great tag teams like, the Rockers, the British Bulldogs, I'm talking old school wrestling tag teams, I could put MSP back there and they would work. They could work against those guys and be just fine. They have their thing, they do it. And they're great together. Their chemistry is on point. With that being said, so isn't The Competitions. These two guys are making a name for themselves. They're bold. They're not afraid. They fear no one. They're not afraid of any tag team in the division. And they're here to make a statement, like I said. Taking out MSP in the parking lot was just the beginning. And I'm going to go with another bold prediction. I think that, right now, The Competition is going to take this victory over MSP. I like both of these teams a lot. Danger Kid, Aggro, great individuals, great people. Not just in the ring, outside of the ring, these people, they fight the good fight, let's just say. That's how I'm going to leave it, You might not believe everything, but, whatever people believe, but they fight the good fight. They're great people. With that being said, though, I think there is a new face in town, and that would be the faces of Murphy and Champ and The Competition. I think, like I said, they're gonna outdo them. I think they're gonna out wrestle them. They have that great coordination as well. So I think they're going to be able to, mount a good solid attack, stay on them, keep the pressure on MSP, wear them down. I don't know if they'll keep it a clean fight. That's hard to say. A lot of people question the way they won the last match. I talked to the competition personally. They said they won fairly, fair and square. So with that, I'm going to go with what they have to say. I believe people when they say things. These two are stand-up individuals. So there's no reason they would lie to me and say, if they cheated, they would tell me they cheated. So I think they won that match fair and square. But again, there was another tag team in there. What was it? The Kids. So, now it would be great. 2-on-2 in the ring. But again, like I said, I think the competition will win this match and then go home with the victory. Another bold prediction. But either which way, whoever wins it is going to go down in tag team history. It's like I said, this is going to be a great competition match. These are two solid tag teams that work together. And like I said, that's hard to find right now. It is. You have a lot of, on the major wrestling promotions, you have a lot of makeshift teams and a lot, just kind of teams thrown together for the moment or for the hype. On the indie scene, you do have more of a tag teams, with gimmicks together that are, conjoined. But it's not like it used to be. The whole tag teams in this world isn't like it used to be. Yes, AEW, even them. They started off with a great tag team division. They have a lot of tag teams, but I feel like, we don't get to see that even enough, too. It's always multiple teams in a match or multiple, it's just not the classic 2-on-2 that we used to see in wrestling, back in the 80s, back in the 90s. And this is what we're going to see this, Wednesday night on the road. This is going to be one of my favorite matches probably of the night. I can't wait for it. I'm very amped up. You should be too. So make sure you are, subscribed to IWTV. They have stopped giving out the free trials. I will tell you that. Boo-hoo. But if you aren't a member right now, you let your subscription lapse, do put in code Limitless because it will support them. Limitless does get credit for our subscriptions if you put the code in, code Limitless. So do that. Support Limitless Wrestling any which way you can. That's the great way you can support them, just by signing up to IWTV with code Limitless and, letting them get credit for it. So, go do that if you're not already. Check out The Road tomorrow, and continue to watch it. Thank you for listening to the VSW podcast. I really appreciate it. You all have a great night. Versace Stoner out.